Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Shop Talk Live here at Motor Age Magazine. Also, you might be watching on our ABRN page or even at Motor Age Training. Wherever you're watching, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. Today's kind of a neat day for me. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep this as a short conversation today. I'm very fortunate to be able to welcome Sheri Hamilton. Let's bring her up here. Many of you know her as the executive director for the Midwest Auto Care Alliance, and in my mind, the driving force behind the success of the Vision High Tech Training and Expo that so many of us have come to know and love. Sheri, welcome to Shop
Thank
Talk.
you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I mean, anyone who's been in this business for a length of time knows what Vision is, and many of them have that on their bucket list to be able to attend. And for many of those of us who do get the chance to come, I mean, it's almost like coming home in a way, because you come out and you see a lot of the guys and gals that you've met over the years. There's a lot of time spent before, during, and after classes, sometimes in the very wee hours of the morning, talking about things in general in the industry and learning from one another. So let's start, Sheri, with a little bit about where this all started. How did Vision become Vision?
Well, Vision started many years ago, 27 years ago, actually, two shop owners. Jerry Holcomb, many know Jerry Holcomb, owner of S&S Service Center here in Kansas City, and Doug Stoll, a fellow shop owner who has since retired. Both helped underwrite the cost for the first year of the Vision program. It was actually held in the basement of a hotel here in the Kansas City area, and it got off to a very small start, but they were very dedicated in listening to the feedback from the industry and from attendees. And over the years, it's grown, and it's been fun to see it move from all the different properties as the program continues to grow.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, Sheri, how many attendees were at these first Visions?
I want to say the first Vision. Some of the stories I've heard, at times you could almost probably bowl down the aisles. But it's grown over the years. When I came on board, there were about 300 people attending, 350 people attending training. And way back in the day when I stepped on, it was at the Kansas City Market Center and Park Place Hotel. For anybody who's been in Kansas City, at 435 and Front Street, Park Place is no longer there, and the Market Center has been turned over to college property. And used to be the same class was offered 3 times. So it was a Saturday and Sunday event only. We would offer the same class, and it would be offered Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and again Sunday morning. So you would always get opportunity to take any class that you wanted to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I said, I'm not going to try to date you here, nothing, but how long have you been involved with Vision, Sheri?
I have been involved with the association and with Vision for 25 years. I have to go back to
Really?
how old my son was. I was actually pregnant with him when I started working with the association.
Yeah, so you must have gotten pregnant early because you don't wouldn't have guessed 25 years at all. But
Oh, yes. So
wow,
I
then
grew up in the industry, and so connections, family connections. My parents were members of the association.
yeah,
So that's how I started with my connections, and it's grown from there.
yeah. And now today, of course, it's being held at the Overland Park Convention Center, right?
Yes.
And the
Yes, that is
Sheraton.
correct.
And if you're lucky enough to get a room at the Sheraton, you better book that early. I'm sure they sold out some time
Correct.
ago, right? Uh,
Exactly. And we have breakout space this year, not only at the Overland Park Convention Center and the Sheraton, but also at the Hilton Garden Inn, the Marriott Overland Park, Johnson County Community College, and we've added on an AE Tools campus for some hands-on training. So we're
wow.
actually have 6 different campuses for training this year.
Wow, that's tremendous. So I got to ask, you said in the beginning there were like the same class was offered 3 times, right, over the course of a
Yes,
weekend. So how many total
exactly.
classes, what would you say early on when you first started, how many classes were you running at one time?
I want to
Different
say there
different
were
ones.
between 8 to 10 classes at the same time.
Okay.
So, yep,
And they were being repeated, right, the 3 times, so that filled up the weekend, right?
exactly.
And now how many classes do you have on your roster? How many
Um,
choices do guys have?
around 110 breakout sessions,
Wow.
and only one class is being repeated twice.
Yeah.
So a lot of unique sessions, all day sessions, hands-on sessions, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Wow. If and of course you're the spokesperson for the event, so I'm sure you have a lot to offer in this regard. But if for those of the guys who are watching and the gals for that matter, it's always been my aim to try to get the message out to our audience. I mean, there's 750,000 men and women in our business. It would be really cool to have them all descend on Overland Park, but you're going to need some more rooms, right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, there's so many of them that um, struggle with getting the resource information, knowing where these information are and how to get to these events. And there are a lot of them out there.
Yes.
If you were going to address that audience, what would you say would be the key reasons for making Vision their first chance, their first shot?
Well, I think Vision provides opportunities for an automotive service professional at any level, whether you're an entry-level technician, whether you're an advanced drivability technician, a service advisor, office manager, shop owner, new shop owner, long-time multi-shop owner. There's lots of opportunities. We are really careful. The committee spends a lot of time in setting up training to make sure that there's something for everyone's needs. So then when you can dial in and find the training that suits your needs, and then to couple that with some incredible networking opportunities, and then at the same time be able to spend some valuable time networking and spending time with exhibitors on the show floor to see the latest services and equipment, which can help increase your efficiency, productivity, and profitability. It's kind of a one-stop shop all under one roof.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that just from personal viewpoints, from the very first time I had a chance to come, the the exhibit is a fantastic opportunity, to be hands on with all these different companies, certainly. But that's not the prime focus of Vision, is it?
It's a big focus, but it's not the prime focus. And what we always want to make sure the attendees remember is these exhibitors spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources to come and exhibit, and that helps underwrite the cost of the training
Mm-hmm.
for the Vision program. So, we do ask all the attendees to spend time, and there's some incredible products on the show floor. We also do what's called the new product showcase. So it's really easy to be able to see the latest items before you even walk into the exhibit hall displayed in the showcase. So you can quickly go and identify some of those new products on the show floor and what booth they're in, and have even a part number and what that price and description might be. But the exhibiting is definitely an important part of it. But yes, training. One thing I think that sets Vision apart from a lot of programs is these are your professionals. These are the people who are dedicated and really wanting to know more about their trade and the technology that is so quickly changing in this industry.
Yeah.
And so to be able to come to Vision and get that training and couple it with these other opportunities kind of makes it the complete package.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the value add. I mean, it's I can almost liken it to our magazine.
Yes,
We have to have good information to draw readers, but then at that time, of course, our advertisers are able to get in front of those readers and share their stories. But if it wasn't for the content, they wouldn't be there. So same with your event, you have the content, you've got the meat and potatoes, that the audience needs, and the exhibitors and the ability to interact with them, do business with them. That's just kind of a value add, right?
exactly. I would agree. And to bring them in from this many places across the country, we have so far this year registrants from 43 states, Australia, Zimbabwe, and I want to say 6 Canadian provinces. So
Yeah.
they're coming in from everywhere. You have to have that draw to get them in, and that quality training is definitely there. We bring some of the best of the best in the industry to present training for us.
Yeah. And again, there are other events around the country, some that you have been associated with in the past that
Mhm.
offered the same kind of training, the same trainers. They all attend these different events for sure. But there's more at Vision. There's that, you said, that networking. It's almost, if you've been there once and you're that Vision alumni, if you want to call it that, whenever
Yep.
you come back and you see those same faces again, you build those relationships that I know, especially with I want not only say the millennials, but guys certainly younger than me,
Right.
that have actually taken that to a whole nother level. You now see them interacting online right after the events. They've built up permanent friendships, not only personal but professional. I've seen so many cases. In fact, one of our guys that writes for me is going to be presenting for you his first time at Vision, Brandon Steckler.
Yes.
I'm excited to see his debut there. But he's just a perfect example at him and some of the guys in the technician trained by Tech's group, that have formed this alliance. That hey, we're getting our training, we're moving ourselves forward. But if we have a problem vehicle, I've got this whole circle that I can connect with. You know, and today the internet and cell phones and Facebook Messenger and all those tools that we have that we didn't have when I was that age makes that interaction, that networking so much easier. And guys, I'm going to tell you, if you get a chance to attend, you go to the Sheraton lobby after classes are over, and you'll be there a while,
Yes.
maybe all night if you can stay up
Can't
that long.
sneak through that lobby. You cannot sneak through that lobby very well.
That's very, very true. So, what are some of the other highlights that are coming up for the one that's March, right? End of February, first part of March. Wow,
Yes.
that's close.
Exactly. It starts 3 weeks from tomorrow. Not that anybody on my team here is counting the days, but 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Right.
So we have, again, the full lineup of training. Vision started out as being only a Saturday, Sunday. We added on a Friday, then we added on a Thursday. No, we're not adding on a Wednesday. Um, and we'll have on Thursday alone, we'll have over 800 people in-house attending training on Thursday alone.
Wow.
So, and you can attend for just the weekend, you can attend for 3 days, you can attend for all 4 days. It's whatever really fits. Other things that are available, we're offering, some hands-on training. Again, we've talked about some live car training where we'll actually have vehicles moved into the ballroom, and there'll be cameras and diagnostic equipment set up, and rooms full of 200 to 300 automotive service professionals for different technical and management classes. We've brought back, by popular demand, a spouse program. So for those who have a spouse, a significant other that they want to bring along, we've got a great day filled with all kinds of fun for the ladies on Saturday, so they can feel part of it, and then they can join us Saturday evening. So Saturday evening, we have the industry professionals reception. That's how we wrap up our Saturday, is with a bar and drinks provided by advanced professionals. Then we move into our comedy awards night and comedy night. And this year we'll feature the AMI, the Automotive Management Institute, a graduation. So those who have achieved their AAM, accredited automotive manager, or their AMAM master, they'll be able to walk and get their degree in a cap and gown. So we'll be featuring that again for our awards dinner on Saturday evening.
Well, that's great because in fact, I was going to ask you about somebody wants to bring their spouse or, as you said, significant other along. A lot of guys try to make that vacation time count and they'll spend those off hours. But again, I'm going to tell you, if you're coming with the missus or the husband, whichever the case might be, like Sheri said, you're going to have a hard time getting past that Sheraton lobby to go out and do some of those other things. So you'll have to wait while your student is in class, and then you can go explore everything the area has to offer, right? I'm sure Sheri's got a plan for you.
Yep, exactly. So a lot of things are happening. Friday, we're going to bring back the educator think tank discussion. We have some topics specifically for educators and a day of planning. So if you're an educator in the automotive service industry, we have some great things that will help you enhance your skills in the classroom, as well as enhance some of your technical and diagnostic and teaching skills in the classroom as well. So Friday, we have a program specifically for educators and classes that you can choose from. And then on Friday, we'll also bring back our power panel. So we'll have a panel of 5 shop owners who will be talking about the industry and attracting and retaining technicians.
Wow.
And great conversation on some unique ideas and thoughts that are out there to help us with this pending shortage and how shops can come up with some creative ways in their own shops. So we'll be hearing from 5 shop owners who have some great ideas to share. So we're excited to do that, and that'll be for anybody who's attending management classes on Friday will be able to participate in that.
Cool. And as we said, we're only about 3 weeks away. So what's left? Are there still slots for people who want to register at this late date to still get in?
Yes, so we still have a lot of openings. We've expanded a lot of classrooms. We've gotten additional meeting space at the Sheraton. We've actually moved some additional classes over to the Marriott, and we'll have a shuttle that goes back and forth. But we still have a lot of classes available. There are classes that are also sold out. So a lot of your hands-on live car classes, those are sold out, but we still have a wide selection of classes. To be honest with you, we have quite a few that have 20 or fewer seats left in them.
Yeah.
But still some great classes. We have some of our classes that are already over 200 people in the sessions.
Wow.
So our attendance right now, we're about 19% ahead of where we were this time last year. So
I guess that's the other thing I would ask you too. I mean, it seems that in the last several years, not even several years, I want to say maybe last 5 or 6, it seems that the need, or not the need for, but the interest in getting that industry training has been on the rise. Have you seen that in your own travels, or?
Definitely. And I think you have to stay on the cutting edge for a shop to be able to stay in business and to stay profitable. And if you're not efficient, and if you don't have the productivity levels in your shop, it's gonna be difficult to be competitive in the marketplace. And seeing the demand of the shop owners and the technicians, a lot of it goes back to with the shops. What kind of culture do you have in your shop that encourages and recognizes and makes opportunities available for your staff to get the training that they need? And we find that those shops that have that culture, and sometimes it's easier to establish and grow that culture by attending something like Vision. They're definitely more successful, and the technicians and the team becomes more and more hungry for that training. Some shops will shut down Thursday and Friday, so they're not even open on Thursday and Friday to accept customer vehicles, and they come to Vision for 4 days of training.
Yeah, and I've seen that, of course, before, and I'm really glad you said that, because it's something that I've also kind of reiterated. We both heard, from techs who don't go to events like yours. Oh, well, the boss won't let me have the time off, or he's not paying me, or whatever the reasons might be. And I don't know, it sounds like you and I had the same kind of epiphany somewhere around the same time. It's all about that culture that you as the shop owner establish in your business. If you don't put value on your tech staying up to speed on the current technologies, they're not going to put the value on it either.
Yes,
Some are.
so right.
Some are. And then we know that those are the ones who are staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning at the Sheraton.
Yes.
Yeah, those are those guys. But
Yes.
For those average working men and women, yes, I think, and I think you'll agree with me, that big 70% pool in the middle of those techs, they want to be better. They know they can be better, but they often lack the resources to do that. So shop owners, do yourself a favor, put that culture in your business, like you just heard Sheri say. If you want to be successful, if you want to maintain your shop success, if you want to maintain that team that you're working hard to pull together, because you can't just go down the corner and find technicians anymore. That's not happening. You have to build that culture, and whether you choose an event like Vision or any of the others that go on nationwide that provide a similar kind of an event, you really owe that to you and your business to keep that going. So, Sheri, is there anything else that you'd like to add about the upcoming Vision? I think we kind of hit a lot.
We definitely have covered a lot. And, for those shops that say they can't afford it, they can't take the time off, they don't have the budget, you need to establish the budget. Technology is changing so quickly, and you need to stay on that cutting edge. There's also scholarships that are available. We offer quite a few scholarships for educators, for technicians, for service advisors and managers to be able to come to Vision. And, we cover, depending upon the scholarship, and there's some great scholarships that were done in memory of some incredible professionals that have unfortunately passed on, but they're leaving that legacy. And we're, excited to be able to have those scholarships where we can help provide opportunities to expose people to that. We also give away scholarships to students, and we open up where they can come and attend for the weekend. So they're attending training, and so they're learning and networking right next to automotive service professionals. And these are VOTEC and college students. What better way to show them, look, you're moving into an industry that has continuous learning. Your learning never ends. And so now we're putting them right in the midst of it, where they're seeing an event like this. They're seeing professionals who are attending training. And again, it all goes back to culture. So if we can work with the educators, if we can work with the students, and we can work with the shops through all different levels, it really makes for a great opportunity to bring everybody together for the 4 days.
Absolutely. Well, Sheri, again, thank you so much for taking out the time of your busy day to hang out with me on Shop Talk Live and share with everyone a little bit of the past and certainly a good look at the future of what they can expect at Division. Guys, again, if you haven't, there's still some slots open, like you heard her say. The link to the Division website is in the description or in the comment section down below here on Facebook, and we'll post the same up here on YouTube in just a few hours. Sheri, thank you again so much.
Thank you again, Pete. I appreciate the opportunity. Look forward to seeing you and many others in just a few short weeks.
Awesome.
Great. Take care.